officially call this meeting to order. Secretary, can we do the roll call?
Certainly. Please repeat after I say your name, state your presence. Mr. Balleur?
Present.
Mr. Bennett?
Here.
Mr. Feeney?
Present.
Mr. Cruiser?
Here.
Ms. Harlow?
Here.
Mr. Hammond?
Here.
And Mr. Ryan is absent. We have 6 present. We do have a quorum.
Thank you. Next up on our agenda is the approval of the minutes from the May 27th meeting. Have you guys had a chance to review those, and do you see any need for a change?
No.
Okay. If not, that would pass on our consent agenda. So moving forward, we have no old business this month, excuse me. And before we get into new business, I'd like to just review kind of how this will work. So before the first case is heard, what will happen is you'll hear a statement of the case by our secretary, a presentation by city staff. We will then open the public hearing. We will allow for the presentation of the case by the appellant and questions from us, the board, testimony, either written or verbal, from any interested parties, any rebuttal. We will then close the public hearing and then have discussion by the board. I do want to be clear that after the public hearing is closed, the appellant and other interested parties are not allowed to address the board unless I make a special exception to allow it. Yeah. So I will hand it over to you to read into the record.
All right, thank you. Tonight we're hearing a case, Greg Hughes representing Rush In Fast LLC, owner of 15 North Main Street, is requesting a variance from sign ordinance 28-236.4G in order to install a projecting sign on the front of the building. The proposed sign would be internally illuminated and include the use of neon, both of which are prohibited by the code.
Okay.
Thank you. Vicki Miller, Development Services Manager. The subject property is the new Jack and Jenny's Bar and Restaurant located in the historic downtown district. The building has been completely renovated inside and out. The business shares an outdoor patio area with the adjacent Janisa restaurant to the south. The sign ordinance sets 10 review standards for projecting signs in the downtown district. The Jack and Jenny's sign meets all but one. The proposed sign would be internally lighted and there would be external use of neon. The intent of the code is to maintain the historical integrity of the buildings in the downtown area. For that reason, the Janesville Historic Commission reviewed the sign on June 3rd and found it to be compatible and appropriate for the historic district. Staff is recommending approval without any conditions based on the findings of fact, which you will see. There is a recommended motion in front of you, and the findings of fact are listed there as well. So just to highlight those a little bit, that the proposed variance request is not contrary to the public interest, is consistent with the intent of the city's ordinances, and will not compromise public safety and welfare. So from a safety perspective, the sign is going to be mounted 10 foot 3 inches above the public sidewalk, and all other review criteria are going to be met except for the lighting standards. So with regard to the neon, representatives of Sign Art Studio, Charlie McCall is here tonight in case you have questions for him, have assured staff that the proposed sign will be tested and listed for exterior use prior to installation. They make this sign. 2, that the proposed variance will not serve as a special privilege and is justified since the property is in the downtown sign district where lots are generally narrow and offer limited opportunities for signage. The subject site is 22 foot wide and the building incorporates nearly all of the lot. There are no other projecting signs near this one, so spacing is fine. 3, a strict and literal interpretation of the ordinance would allow the projecting sign to be installed. However, internal lighting and the use of neon are prohibited. The intent of the code is to maintain the historic integrity of the downtown properties. The Janesville Historic Commission met and approved the sign on June 3rd, 2025. And lastly, variance is not requested because of a self-imposed hardship. Staff believes that the proposal to illuminate the sign is based on sound design principles. And that concludes my presentation, and I'm happy to answer any questions you might have.
Do any of you have questions for Vicky before we open the public portion?
I don't.
When it says that the sign is going to be tested and listed prior to installation, it says staff is assured. Does the city get like any confirmation that has been done before it's been
Yes,
installed?
we will ask for that before we actually, he might be able to answer whether or not it's been put into production, and not just yet. But we will get that reassurance before we issue any sign permits.
Okay.
I also have a question. Is this the only proposed use of neon at all in downtown businesses?
There have been a couple of signs that were rebuilt and approved administratively because they were already neon and they wanted to repair those.
Gotcha, okay.
I think that can't remember the name of the restaurant right over here.
Cozy Inn.
The Cozy Inn.
The Cozy
That's what I
Inn,
was thinking,
yes. And then
okay.
I think it was the YWCA or the YMCA had a sign up too.
Okay, so we do, through the code, allow existing and repairs to such,
Yeah.
just not new. Okay, thank you. Any other questions?
Maybe this is outside the scope a little bit, but on what grounds did the historic commission determine that this was not an issue for the character of the district?
Basically on their observation.
Okay.
And staff did go to that meeting too and describe for them what the other review criteria are that staff looks at. And we basically said it meets all of those except for this one. So it's basically, does it meet the historic criteria for the downtown area?
Well, I had a question here. Since you mentioned that other buildings have neon lights, why is it not allowed anymore?
Well, first of all, the sign ordinance is old. It's also going to be rewritten, and as soon as we're done with the zoning ordinance, we're going to be able to react and make the sign ordinance compatible with the zoning ordinance. And in earlier drafts of it, we have made accommodation for neon signs. It's not passed yet, so we can't really put it into play. But if it's listed for outdoor use, it's going to be permitted again.
Before we open the public hearing? Okay. At this point, I will officially open the public hearing. When you come to the podium, if you could state your name and your address.
Hi there, my name's Charlie McCall, and I'm here representing Greg Hughes on behalf of Sign Art Studio. Our address is in Mount Horeb on 325 West Front Street, and just want to thank you all for having us here tonight. As Vicki mentioned, a lot of this comes down to the UL listing. That's an outdoor safety, as most of you know. There have been a lot of signs in the past that people have ordered offline that haven't been UL listed, and they pose a safety problem. Since we built our signs from scratch, they're hand-built in our shop with a lot of love and care. We do UL list them. We can issue a number right now and hold that number aside, but we like to produce them, issue at a time so it's in sequence of production, and then we'll provide that to Vicki's office. So we'll be UL listed. We do these all the time. And then to speak of the historical nature, aside, if you look back in time with the neon, the use of hand-painted lettering on this, it definitely fits the district. That's kind of what we were going for. So we hope you all enjoy the sign as much as we do. There's going to be a big sign lighting event as well with the downtown area. Everybody's getting really excited about that. So hope you all can join us, and I'll make sure we send the invite on to Vicki to send around. Do you have any questions for me?
Can you explain what is UL listed?
It's basically just the safety listing to be exterior rated.
Thank you.
You'll see it, you know, if you buy, hate to say you'll see if you buy. If you buy it offline from Alibaba, you might not see a UL listing on there. If you go down to Menards, you're going to see it listed on there. It's a standard.
Thank you.
Yep.
Anybody else have questions? Yeah.
To your question for UL listing, it stands for Underwriter Laboratories.
There you go.
And UL, or Underwriter Laboratories, is a national entity that basically they do safety and tests on just about any kind of component, mechanical device or anything like that, that they put through the test to make sure that they are safe to use and safe for the public.
Thank you very much. Any questions? Okay, thank you. Mr. Secretary, have we received any written comments submitted by the public?
No, we have not.
Okay, wonderful. Okay. Is there anyone else present who wishes to speak? Is there anyone else present who wishes to speak? And for the third time, is there anyone else present who wishes to speak? Okay, seeing and hearing none, the public hearing portion is closed. And at this time, I will open this up for discussion. I don't have anything. And if we don't have any discussion down the way, I will entertain a motion, or if someone would like to come forward.
I'll make a motion to approve based on the findings of fact listed in the staff report. I make a motion to approve the requested variance from the COJ sign ordinance section 28-236 parentheses 4G in order to install a 9.6 square foot projecting sign which incorporates internal lighting and the use of neon at 15 North Main Street.
I'll second.
Second, Mr. Feeney? Thank
Bennett.
you. Oh, Bennett, I'm sorry.
No, all good. Usually I am the one.
I know, that's on me. My apologies.
Okay, Mr. Secretary, can we do a vote?
We have a motion by Mr. Cruiser, seconded by Mr. Bennett. When you hear, we'll take a vote. I'll tally the votes. When you hear your name, please respond by your choice. Mr. Balleur,
Yes?
Mr. Bennett,
Aye.
Mr. Feeney,
Aye.
Mr. Cruiser,
Aye.
Ms. Harrell,
Aye.
Mr. Hammond.
Yes.
We have 6 yeas, 0 nays, 1 absent. Therefore, the motion carries.
Wonderful. Thank you. Okay. At this point in time is where we open this up for any announcements, of which the only announcement that I have listed is that our next meeting is scheduled for August 26th. With a deadline of submission by July 30th, there are currently no applications submitted for review. And with that being said, I will adjourn this meeting as of 6:14 p.m. Thank you.